Ooh, child. Oh my God. Woo, child. Come on, y'all. We about to have to get up in this. What's up, Chef Quan? What it do, y'all? Hey, just chilling, y'all. You know, we new at this. I'm new at this. Like, share, subscribe. Please help a sister out. We gonna get somewhere. You know what I mean? It's only beginning right now. You feel me? Hey, I had to chime in on this Atlanta ATL restaurant. This shit is so funny. It's just hilarious. Let's go to Funky Don't Even. Let's start laughing a little bit, y'all. That's who I want to watch. Let me show y'all something.
I think charging people to park is absolutely ridiculous. All tied up in the frenzy. Now, let me start out by saying, up until this week, I never knew who Keith Lee was. I'm not big on TikTok or whatever, but after talking to a couple of friends and going down the rabbit hole of what he's doing, this man is out here doing the Lord's work. There is so much that we need to address, so I'm going to take my time with this one and do it real slow. Get comfortable. So the first thing that I want to address is a lot of people, or there were some people saying, Keith Lee is not even a food critic. What gives him the whatever, the gumption, the authority to go out and be reviewing people's restaurants? And to the people who say that, I want to say that's defensiveness 101. Because the reality of the situation is, when you open up a restaurant, your customer base aren't true food critics. Americans, we have the least sophisticated palate of any nation of damn people. So I think it's nothing more fitting than the everyday person to go to a restaurant and do a review, because that is the person who more than likely will be eating there. A person who can taste the nodes of palm and the sweetness of plum, mixed into a au jus. The bitch, child, please. Them people, first of all, very few of them people exist. We all know people who went to culinary school, and half the bitches that go don't even damn graduate. So miss me with that Johnson and Wells and Le Cordon Bleu non-graduates. Go on somewhere with that bullshit. Now, I'll say this. Y'all may or may not know this, but I got two groups of friends in Atlanta. A lot of them are the reality girls, the TV girls. And then, believe it or not, somehow or another, the other bulk of my business owner friends there are restaurant and lounge owners in Atlanta that I'm very close with. And I've been able to get behind the scenes takes on what they go through to open, stay open, run, how they feel about these types of things. And I'm here to tell you there's a very, some things are not simply black and white, and they're complicated. And then, there are some of us black folks that just have an allergy to accountability and the truth. Let me start here. I have a friend that is a restaurant consultant in New York. And I was talking to him about the differences that he experiences when he goes into white establishments versus the differences that he experiences with okra and mashed potatoes. And he was saying that he didn't want the mashed potatoes. He wanted enough to respond the way she did, because look how the owner responded. I honestly think the mayor of Atlanta should actually hire Keith Lee as a consultant to drop into Atlanta once a month. And that way, every restaurant owner would be on their P's and Q's, not knowing when Keith Lee.
See, Funky getting messy right now.
Health department.
He getting messy, y'all. He getting real messy. He getting messy, but you know what? He makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense, because if you go, it's a lot that Kenny just, it's like if you gonna do it like that and not do outgoing food and things like that, you better off putting the prices on your food higher. And the reason why I say that being is because even rich people order to go, not just broke people order to go because they can't tip a waiter. That does not mean that. Now let me show y'all what they said right here on. Oh no, this is what I want y'all to see.
Do you know what a hostile
Let me go
workplace?
back. I want y'all to see what he originally
I think
said.
charging people to park,
This is what I want y'all to see. What he
you,
originally said. Oops, let me go
you
back.
know,
This is what I want y'all to see. This man made it to the Fox, the Fox 5 News, y'all. Listen to this, y'all.
My family just trying to eat food. That's all we try to do. At the same time, I am frustrated. I understand we are all humans. I do not agree. I do not support. I do not condone shaming this business based on my experience. Like every city we've been to.
A TikTok star goes on a food tour rating restaurants across the country and here in Atlanta. But is it in bad taste? Plus, we get the skinny on Skims becoming the official underwear for pro athletes on the hardwood. Entertainment contributor Allie Lynn joins us with the 411. Allie, good morning to you. And let's start with the food critic. We're talking about Keith Lee, sparking heated debate with his take on some popular restaurants. So which ones are we talking about?
Well, listen, when you got about 14 million viewers, over 600
Ooh.
million views, you're not so big of a deal, right? So he goes to about 9 million restaurants, 9 restaurants, not million, 9 restaurants, which probably felt like 9 million going back to back. Atlanta Breakfast Club, the Seafood Menu, Juicy Jerk, the Real Milk and Honey, Dining Experience Atlanta, the Bodega, the Jamaican Jerk Biz, Old Lady Gang, and Toast on Lennox. So he went on an entire tour. Now, he's been gearing up for this tour, Sharon, for quite some time. And he actually took to TikTok for people to advise him on where to go. Well, the thing about it is he didn't have the best experience in Atlanta.
He really did it. And can you tell us about some of the ones, like some very popular ones like Old Lady Gang, that he had a little bit of an issue with? And I think there's the Real Milk and Honey, the Atlanta Breakfast Club. So which ones do you want to talk about?
Oh gosh, well we can talk about let's talk about Old Lady Gang.
Okay.
So apparently he goes in there and he's like waiting. The people said that they can't seat him. It's going to be about an hour, 30-minute wait. So he's like, okay. But get this, he sends a family member in there to get the information. When he comes in, they're like, oh, we got a table for you in 5 minutes. And so he's like, no, that ain't cool. Candy takes to Instagram, of course, and she kind of gives him, oh, Keith, we hate that we missed you. When it's during the weekend, we try not to do to-go orders and things like that, blah, blah, blah. No. Totally skipping over the fact that he got played with his time because he sent in a family member as a decoy.
Oh.
So the thing about it is he tries to get these real deal experiences so people, when they go, they know what to expect. But you can't just go in there and just, say one thing and then turn around and see it's him, and then it's a whole nother vibe and energy. Come on.
I'm taking a lot of these restaurateurs are going to have to say something on social media. So, but you know what? He does encourage patrons to try the restaurants for themselves. He's not saying not to go to them, right?
He does, and I think that that's the cool part about it, right? So it's like, even though this is my experience, this may not be your experience, which is fine. I still want to highlight these things. He really wants to support small businesses and businesses of color as well. So I'm here for it. But Atlanta got to tighten up. We got to tighten up.
Exactly. And let's move along to Kim Kardashian, because she really scored a huge deal.
Yeah, and I was going to say, speaking of tightening up, there's going to be a lot of body parts that are tightened up and snatched up with Skims. She just signed a deal, of course, with the NBA, the WNBA, and USA Basketball. It was announced on yesterday. The men's brand, I think it dropped on October the 26th, but Skims was founded back in 2019, a little bit right before the pandemic, and she has been going hard. I remember when she first dropped it, she sold $2 million in like 15 minutes. It was sold out.
It's insane.
And so she just keeps catching coins. She's shooting her shot and it's going in. Look at her.
Indeed. Allie, as always, thank you so much.
For most businesses, hiring can take a long time. Not for Susan, though.
My bad, y'all. I know I got a big old family. Now, I want y'all to hear what they. I want y'all to hear what they had to say. Oh no, wrong video. Wrong video, y'all. My bad. I love this, y'all.
Wrong. I do. But I also think it's wrong for people that don't tip good service. You know, it's like the bad apples kind of ruin it. You know? All right. All right, let's move on. Remember last week when we talked about the viral list of unacceptable places to take a woman on dates? Remember that?
Yes. Was Waffle House on that list? Can we see that list again? Was Waffle House on that list?
I don't know.
It probably wasn't, but I think it's without saying if Applebee's is on the list or Cheesecake.
It's on there.
It's on there. Yeah, it is on there, right? I thought it was on there. Yeah, I thought it was on there. Number 27.
And we're going to talk about this after, but it's been a battle of the sexes with these stupid ass lists, and everyone that's making this list is probably single, okay? Well, Russell Wilson rented out the entire Waffle House for Sierra on her birthday. Do you think that list needs to go out the window? Let's go to you first, Q. What do you think about this list? Because this millionaire, multi-millionaire, happily married man did it. What do you think?
Well, you know what? So does the list need to go out the window? Absolutely. Does Russell taking Sierra to the Waffle Factory, does that incident, Waffle Factory, Waffle House, does that incident alone warrant the list being thrown out? Absolutely not, because I think any girl would be flattered if any man rented out any restaurant in its entirety. I mean, that's some special stuff that the average Joe Blow every day can't do. Secondly, Sierra's favorite.
EIF. Are you a low-income American on food stamps or Medicaid? If so, you are now
Let's just watch this real quick, y'all. I just want to watch it.
With 25
hella funny.
Al and I battle of the cleavage. Who got the sluttiest shirt on tonight?
It's always funny about Christian rap and Blueface. It's so funny. Let's just watch it real quick, y'all.
Let's say she doesn't have any social media, but if you email or inbox any of us, we will make sure to link y'all up if you want to send her something. We'll make sure y'all get to her. Because I think that's super dope that y'all want to look out for Miss Louise. I think that's beautiful. All right. Kelly Stafford, wife of the LA Rams quarterback, was not pleased with Blueface's antics at the team's game this past weekend. Blueface thought it was a good idea to turn the stadium suite into a strip club, which exposed Kelly's young kids to 3 dancers in thongs. In return, Blueface called her a Karen. What does this really surprise you coming from Blueface? Q. Oh, Al, you're muted, Al. Go ahead, Al. Al, you muted.
All right. I'm going to jump in here right quick. Now, what we can't agree is that, that's Blueface, right? That's his twerking. But what we're not going to do is act like football fans have not been inappropriate and vulgar fans, whether her boyfriend, husband played at the Detroit Lions. They're the number 15 rudest fans in the league, right? We've seen topless women at these games. We've seen men with no tops on with their bodies painted. We've seen in Super Bowl 55 a streaker run naked across the freaking field. We have seen so many vulgar displays, inappropriate displays at NFL games. That's what they do. Now, the only reason you don't like Bluefaces is because it involves a cultural thing called twerking and money throwing, and you don't like it because it is socially tied to African Americans and strippers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't mind seeing a naked man run across the field. You don't mind seeing women go topless and show their breasts with their titties painted the color of the team.
Shut up, Al.
You don't mind men be going topless and painting themselves and drinking. So why all of a sudden you saying because you saw dollars fly and booties flapping that you no longer want to go to a football game? Cut it out, young lady. You've been with him for 15 years. You've seen worse.
Oh, Al.
I'm with you when you're right. Al definitely has a point. Yes, she's seen worse, and yes, what Blueface did at the Super Bowl game was tacky.
Excuse me, y'all.
The game was tacky. If they were in a box,
why don't y'all go ahead and light up y'all smoke?
If it was closed and just a private
go ahead and pour y'all drink.
I think one thing that goes wrong, because what I'm not going to do is sit here and defend what Blueface did because other people do other things. I think I'm going to focus on my people because I really don't care what white people do. We got to get back to a place, Shaw, where we exercise decorum in public spaces. We have gotten so desensitized to acts of sexuality that it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, me personally, I don't get into this. I think it's tacky, I think it's tired, I think it's rude. And it ain't got nothing to do with being anti-black for me. It's just got everything to do with there's a time and a place for everything. And bending over, shaking your damn ass like a stripper at a football game is not the thing to do, irrespective of what other people do.
Okay, I'm gonna jump on this. I've been to several Super Bowls and a lot of games. And let me tell you something. There is a huge difference in the culture around the NBA and the NFL. Y'all can get mad if you want to. I don't give a damn. I've been there. I've seen it. The NBA All-Star games and festivities is a hell of a lot more ratchet than the NFL. Let me tell you about the NFL and the Super Bowl and all the games. It's way more family friendly. Way more. And that is a fact. It's way more corporate. If you've ever been to any Super Bowl festivities and gone, or NFL, it's very family friendly. So what he's doing, I'm definitely not defending Blueface. You know how I feel about him. You may have seen worse. I don't know. And the streaking thing, that's a fan thing. You know what I mean? That's a fan thing. And Blueface, yeah, he's a fan too. But I just feel like he's hella ghetto and hella ignorant. He also did this same stripper thing in front of his own child while his child was looking in an empty pantry for snacks. There was not one Lunchable, not one top ramen. There was no lentils, baked beans, canned corn. There was nothing in the cabinet. But you had money for strippers. So I'm not rocking with you, Blueface, on this. I think it's whack. I think he's so thirsty for attention. Him and his girlfriend in the fake Gucci. I think he had maybe a real Gucci scarf on, and the rest of it was all fake. It was all not. It was just like that pastor in the Bronx. I know fake designer when I see it. Okay. Anyways, keep it locked because coming up next, we're sharing our spookiest dating stories. And later, we're talking all things Ouija board. I'm really interested to hear what y'all have to say about this. Keep it locked and hit that like button. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Freedom. It's a...
We have to go back and watch the replay.
Find Peter Parker. What's the thing on his hand? Find Peter Parker.
Bro, and see all the things that they said everything but who you are.
I think I went past it. Let me see.
That's what I am. I'm flawless skin and everything with no cremation number 7 on. I'm your lover and your secretary. That's what I am.
I still don't know what the hell that is.
Are you Mary J. Blige?
You black like this, Al.
Oh, you Mary J. Blige?
No, I'm not Mary. I'm just playing off. Never mind. It's too complicated. I'm a sissy in a dress. I'm a sissy who didn't want to dress up. Their job made me do it. And I'm
Shut up, Falky. Sorry, y'all.
Shit on and showed up to work. I was your lover
Sorry,
and your
y'all.
secretary.
Okay.
Every day, so I'm holy. I can be saved.
Let me show y'all this other video. Hello?
My fault. You see me?
Who is this?
Quan, where your face at?
Who is this?
You know who it is. How you been?
I don't know who it is. I've been good. Yeah, I've been having. Why I got somebody the same name as me keep harassing me? I need to send y'all, man. I need to show y'all these videos, man. These bitches gonna come to my house when I wasn't at home. Then the bitch gonna go act like go to my baby daddy to like bitch, if you don't get your ass the fuck up out of here. Okay, look, I want y'all to watch this one. He said that this young man disrespected Atlanta black restaurant owners. You know I'm a chef. Let's see what he had to say, and then we're gonna go back.
Switch to Google Fi Wireless and get Simply Unlimited. Our most affordable.
Thanks for continuing to rock with me. Behind me is the Michigan Train Central Depot, and it's so funny seeing this place because this used to be one of the biggest abandoned places during my urban exploration days. And I actually took a lot of photos inside of it, and I didn't even release the footage. Maybe I'll release the footage now. I still got the original footage of me exploring that place. It's one of the places that I didn't release the footage for legal reasons, but it's so funny seeing it now because Ford Motor Company purchased this a while ago and they started renovating it, and you can also already see the changes that business up. And then obviously, as we're seeing, some people can self-implode and he can absolutely maybe destroy your business, even though he says that's not what his intention is. And I can believe that, I can rock with that, and that seems like a real thing. But the idea of it is that he's an authentic food critic and reviewer, right? And so he has a huge following, and he's been reviewing restaurants inside of Atlanta. I'm not necessarily a fan of Atlanta, but that's just my own personal preference. Has nothing to do with this particular video, but he's been reviewing spots inside of Atlanta. He's been to several places where he's given them less than stellar reviews. Some of the things that he's been saying is, you know, the service is okay, but the rules is trash. We can't, you know, even get, you know, any carry out. None of these places do carry out. They got the different rules, but that has nothing to do with the people that's serving us, so on and so forth. And so this one particular place, he didn't even go that hard on.
Me and my family are in Atlanta, and currently we are at the Real Milk and Honey. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. We are at the Real Milk and Honey on Main Street in College Park. Before we came, we attempted to call our order in. We were greeted with an automatic message that said they do not take call-in orders. The automatic message said the only way you can do pickup is through DoorDash. We went through DoorDash, they was closed. But online, it said they closed at 5 o'clock. We went on DoorDash at 4 o'clock, but we were already here, so we just went inside. I stayed in the car and my family went in, and they told them they were closed early for deep cleaning. Yet the door is wide open and it's people still going in and grabbing their orders. Now we have no idea if those people ordered beforehand or what the case is. Also, the people who relayed this message, my family said were really nice. It's just the rules. And so far being in Atlanta, I found some places do have unique rules, and this is one of them. I want to be very clear, we're not blaming one person or saying one person was rude. In plain terms, don't call this restaurant trying to get nobody fired. Ain't nobody do nothing. This is just the rules they had. If you don't like their rules not for you. And for me and my family, the rules just wasn't for us. We just not their target audience. For the record, afterwards, I did walk in and they did recognize me and they attended the services, but I respectfully declined. I'm a normal person. I pay for my food like everybody else. I walk in spots like everybody else. We are all normal people. Respectfully, if you're not gonna do it then, don't do it now. God bless you. Yeah, we're just trying to get some food. But I am gonna make this very clear. I do not support, condone, or agree tearing down these businesses. While we personally may not have the best customer service experience, that does not mean you will have the same experience. That also don't mean go on Twitter and tear these businesses down. At the end of the day, business owners are people. You never know what people are going through. The only reason I'm even making this is to share my authentic and real experience like I always do. I don't mean no harm, I don't have no malicious intent, but I always say I'm gonna be 100% honest, and that come with the good and the not so good. You don't know what nobody going through, so what we can't do is just judge off of somebody else's experience. If you would like to go to these places or any other place that I've been to, I encourage you to go try it for yourself and make your own opinion. But we still in Atlanta, and we on Main Street, and it's a bunch of spots here, so we're gonna go to a different spot. God bless you, have an amazing day, y'all be safe.
See y'all, and the cool thing about it is out here in Cali it's just the same. Just the same. Just the same. Let me show y'all something. Let's go to the restaurant. Let's go to the restaurant website. Let's go see what they talking about. Okay. Pop up. I love old lady gang. Click here. Bam. Get your little apparel. Okay. Our Story. Joy's Bertha Nora. The original OLGs. If there is one thing that you don't have to question when it comes to these 3 firecrackers, is that family truly comes far as they're concerned. There are 3 and Caesar, Georgia, that certainly know their way around the kitchen. Okay. Enthusiastic sisters. Okay, let's go here. I'm not a good reader out loud, y'all, but y'all can see. Oh, these are drinks. Okay, we're in the beverages. Starters. Wings. God damn. She's selling 5 wings for $15. And you don't do to-go orders? Deep fried whipped double egg. Ooh. This shit is too full. Too full and too much. God damn. All white meat 7. Damn. Man, just for this alone right here, you're gonna pay at least $35. Might as well round that to 40. Shit. Damn. 4 pieces of cornbread for $7. Y'all know y'all could buy your own cornbread for $2 and make it whole. Let me stop. I don't want to do this to these people's page. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just looking at y'all prices to see. I'm trying to look at y'all prices. Oh, they do got different areas. Look, they got different areas, but they're all in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know. Let's see what they got the shop for. God damn, Candy. This shit costs too much. Just for this water bottle costs $30. Might as well add an extra 10 on it for shipping and handling. Damn, that's too much. This shit is too much. That's my opinion. This is too much. Too much. And it's this plain stuff. This shit plain. You can't plug these jackets up and recharge them and then light up like that. Hell no, man. This shit too much. Too much, y'all. Too much, y'all. I wanted y'all to see something else. But you know what? My kids starting to come up in here and trip out. Alright, y'all, be back, okay?